Hello children. So again I am here with G Science chapter 2 human body. In the previous class we have done till respiratory system. Okay? So now we will start digestive system. Okay? So have you ever wondered that where does the food go once it enter to your body? So now I'll tell you about digestive system. So digestion is the simple process when large insoluble food like chapati. So large insoluble food particles broken down into smaller so that they can be absorbed by blood and give energy to different parts of our body like petrol we put into our car. So now, do you know what is digestive system is made up of? So digestive system include, see here carefully, mouth, food pipe, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, anus. So all these form digestive system. Again I am repeating the same. All of you see here, mouth, food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. So all these form digestive system. So now let's know about digestion. The process of digestion has few stages and I'll take you through all of them. So chewing is the first step. When you chew your food, the food particles break down into little pieces that are easier to swallow. The saliva, which contains a lot of enzymes, mixes with food particles and help break down these food particles even more. So once you have completely chewed your food, the tongue helps to push the food down your throat. This process is called swallowing. So the food travel through a long pipe. See here pipe and see here food. So the food travel through a long pipe called, we can say that esophagus also or food pipe. See here. So this pipe is known as food pipe. Okay. So the next destination is the stomach. The stomach, your little tummy, is a shack. It's like a bag. It receives the food from food pipe that is connected to the long pipe, food pipe. Okay. So it receives the food from food pipe and then the food particles hang out approximately 4 hours. So food particles remain here for 4 hours. The stomach releases a lot of acid or enzymes which further break down the food particle so that these particles can be absorbed by your body. So our next destination is small intestine. See here, small intestine. Okay, so once the food particle reach the small intestine, the liver help break down these particles. Now let the food particles broken down the small intestine and then transfer them to our body through blood. The blood brings the fats, the proteins, vitamin and carbohydrates including the sugar to the liver which helps make them building blocks. that the body need to work and grow. The body does not digest all the food we eat. The undigested food leaves the small intestine and then enter as a large intestine. The large intestine is about 5 feet and the small intestine is about 25 feet. So the large intestine is about 5 feet long. See here, I have a pic here. See everybody. So the large intestine and the small intestine is about 25 feet long. But I guess it is called the large intestine because it is thicker or wider than the small intestine. So the undigested food enter the large intestine. The undigested food enter the large intestine, a liquidy paste in a large intestine. So this solid waste will finally leave the body through an opening called anus. And this is what happened when we go for. So now I can't tell you. So keep your digestive system in good shape by eating lots of healthy food like lots of fruit and veggies. And don't forget you must drink a lot and lots of water. So now our next point is skeletal systems. So do you know what is a skeletal system? So do you know that? So why earthworm can't stand up? Because they don't have bones. So now skeletal help you to stand. So help it make you the shape you are. So it is made up of lots and lots of bones. So the skeleton keep your body in shape. So this provides support to your body. Now I'll show you with example. Can you see this shirt in a hanger? Everybody? Yes, now? So if we remove the hanger, what will happen? So see everybody, what will happen? The shirt will fall down. So if we remove the hanger, shirt will fall down. So skeletal support our body and protect our body organs. So do you know how many bones are there in our body? There are about 206 bones. But when a child is born, it has approximately 300 bones. But when they grow up, few of the bones join together. Okay, so some have hard bones and some have soft bones. So the bone gives shape and support to the body, and they also protect the delicate organs. So now I'll tell you what are delicate organs. See here, come everybody look here. So this is known as skull. Okay, so skull protect our brain. It carry our brain and support our face. So now next is collarbone. We call this collarbone. That is why part of the shirt at this point is called collar. Now next, rib cage. Our heart and lungs are behind this bone. So if anyone hits your chest, this rib cage will protect your heart and chest. Okay, So your bones help you out every day. For strong bone, you need calcium and vitamin D. So you get calcium from milk and vitamin D from fish. And we should spend lot of time in the sunlight so that bone will be strong and healthy. So be active and do exercise, running and jumping, so that your bone will be very active. Okay? So in next class, I'll teach muscular system. So now your homework time. Everybody look here. So now what is your homework? See, I have given here 5 question answers. So number 1 is, how many organ system are there in your body? Name them. Number 2, what is deep breathing? Number 3, what is air pollution? Number 4, what are the cause of air pollution? And next, what precautions should be taken to prevent air pollutions? Okay, that all question answer you do in your G Science notebook. At first, you write chapter 2, chapter name, then start all 5 question answer. Okay. Till that, thank you.